It is such a beautiful day outside today. This is my view. Beautiful pink flowers. It's raining. Sometimes I'll see animals hopping around in these bushes. My cats will walk under there or hop up on the windowsill. If you want to see, I have a few plants here on the windowsill as well. And these cute little fairies are having a little party over here. How is it going, guys? Let me know in the comments what shenanigans that you've been getting into lately. This reading is going to be about your self-belief. Having true belief in yourself. And after that, I'm going to do a little reading or a little review of these Awake Inner Wisdom cards. I don't use them very much in my readings because I wasn't really connecting with them, but I'm gonna try. Alright? And part of that is me realizing that maybe I had this self-belief that I couldn't connect with them. But it's important that I try. So I'm just going to pick out the piles here. If you don't want to watch this part, feel free to click on the pile you feel drawn to in the timestamps. Alright. So I have the Awake Inner Wisdom Oracle. This deck here is the Believe in Yourself, Believe in Your Own Magic. I usually call them my Believe in Myself cards. Oops. And I also have the Alice the Wonderland deck. I'm looking for the box. Here it is. Alice the Wonderland. Beautiful cards. I do love the artwork in them. I do wish that a few of the cards had some more smiling faces. A lot of them are very somber, which is beautiful, and it's a reflection of the artist's work. But when you read intuitively like I do, it's nice to see the emotion coming out. What emotions are we talking about here? Alright, so we have that. One more deck. But I will say the messages are always on point with this deck. It's like anytime I have a question, the universe can answer my question very thoroughly, or put it into perspective of how I'm not listening to my inner self. So again, this question that we're talking about here is self-belief. So I felt like this deck would be a great fit. Alright, are there any more cards for pile 1, 2, or 3? Okay, I feel like that. Alright, so we have piles here. First pile, we have Unalone. The second pile, we have Heal and Shine. And the third pile is Nature Gems. So whichever pile or image you feel drawn to is the pile for you. And let's get into pile 1. So the card that you chose, pile 1, is Unalone. And the meaning of this card is talking about how we are all one with the universe, that imagine we are this small little speck of dust on this planet. And even our planet just looks like a small speck of dust in the grandness and the greatness of the universe and how big it is. But we have power still, and it's amazing. And the universe is telling me to say that we all go through struggles, and there is someone out there, some people out there that can resonate with your story, who have also been there, who can also see things your way, even when others refuse to see things your way. So, um, yes, we're talking about self-belief here right now, and it seems like the reason that you're not believing in yourself is because you're looking for evidence of it on the outside world. But I feel like this card is saying it's time to look within. Okay, and I'm seeing this image here. It looks like a sun shining. I hope you can see that. And it looks just like the corner of this card here. So it could be a confirmation or a symbol that is stating that it's time for you to try to shine or look for your light. Look for the areas of your life that you are light. So we have mortality. Life is brief, bright. There's another brightness there, another word. Beautiful and yours to live. Okay, so you get this life in this body, and you get a limited amount of years to live in it. So make sure that you are making every moment count. Okay, and your self-belief limits what you do and what you don't do. I believed for probably 10 to 15 years that I could never be a good artist. But the truth of the matter was, if I would have spent those 15 years practicing my drawing skills, I would probably be a great artist. But my self-belief was stopping me. Right? We have believe, strange encounters. So what this card is talking about with the strange encounters is that when you believe that anything is possible or that you can do what you want to do, then things start coming into your life that you didn't expect. People start recognizing these aspects of you and actually help. I'm seeing like a cardinal in my bush right now, a male and a female, and some other birds, and they're just like dancing around. So it seems like when you actually put yourself out there, the people will come to support you. But when you are denying your potential, the other people just can't see it. So you have to put it all out there to express it to the world. We also have curiouser and curiouser. So be curious about what is around you. Be curious about how all the things you love can connect to one. Okay, maybe you like pets and you like working with spirit guides and you like healing. Maybe you should be some kind of pet therapist. Okay, if you don't know what the job title is, that's because it is extremely unique, but it is not impossible for you to create this career, to make money off of doing what you love and the service that you want to provide. We have manage to be glad. Create your own happiness regardless of conditions. So I'm getting this this message that when you choose to put yourself out there authentically as your true self, there's going to be this time, this period of like waiting, or this time where you need to be patient and learn these new skills of having a positive mindset. And this is a reminder to create your own happiness, even when the people around you are still deciding to be frustrated with life and have a negative outlook. You can choose to be optimistic and look at the possibilities and decide to take action however your intuition feels fit. Okay, we have the choices card, and that is blocked. And that is because you don't see how many choices you truly have. And your mindset is one of the biggest choices that you have control over. You can choose to have a positive outlook on your life or a negative outlook on your life. You get to choose. Okay, and if you want to be alone, as this card here says, you have the choice. You have the choice. And they're giving me this, they're showing me TikTok, and they're saying that so many people put their stuff on there and don't expect the feedback that they get. And I feel like that's what you are kind of doing. Like, you're going to put your trueness out there, and people are going to flock to you, just how those birds were in my bush. I feel like people are going to flock to you, and it's actually going to be better than you expected. We have raindrops. Take a chance on them. So raindrops is opportunities coming your way, or people saying something or mentioning something to you, or maybe little by little you decide to change your thoughts, or you identify each thought and decide to change it. Okay, take a chance on these tiny little steps that are coming your way. You know, all those tiny little raindrops fall and collect into a very big puddle, and that puddle can grow into a flood if there's enough, and wipe out an entire area and disrupt the ground. And you have the power to do that, but it takes a bunch of little raindrops to make this big thing happen. Okay, so continue to believe that it's possible, but with the cards, it definitely seems like you're in this stage of going from disbelief to belief in yourself. Okay, so they're giving me one more thing. If you take a walk every single day, in a month, you will see results. In a year, you will see results. But after just one day, you can't judge how the rest of the year is going to go after your first walk. So keep going. Keep changing things. Okay, if something's not working, look at it from a new perspective. What can you add to that? We have the sun. Paint the sun back into your sky. So it seems like the world has been dark. Okay, the way that I like to paint the sun back into my sky is to imagine this new version of myself, or this new life that I would like. And sometimes I will literally draw it out. And it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm working toward something. Okay, when you envision this person that you want to be, you can take a chance on it. And it's cool that it's right next to the rainy card, because it's like the sun is coming out after some darkness. And nostalgia. Focus on the here and now. Okay, this girl is focusing on what could be, and she's ignoring her friend here who's just trying to talk. You have time to dwell on the unknown. But when you are with a friend, focus on the here and now and give this person the love and attention. It's cool. She has a love shirt on here with the hearts, but she has shells on her shirt, which shell is it's like a protection. It's like a wall that is put up. Okay, it could be that you're having some trouble forming relationships with people because you're guarded, or because you just genuinely feel like no one can understand you. I'm definitely getting a victim mentality here that is just here because of all this negativity. And you don't want to be alone. You want to have all these people around you. You want to have all this support, but you feel like you are a bad friend, or you're not good at relationships. And so the first relationship that you need to start with is yourself. And you will glow, and people will recognize that, and they will flock to you and say, you used to be so down and out. What happened? How did you change it? I want to be happy too. But you have to put in the work. That's what the universe is saying here. So the self-belief, the question was about self-belief. And I feel like these cards are saying, you've got this. You just have to change the perspective of your life quit dwelling on the things that aren't or could have been, and focus on the here and now. Okay, maybe she's dreaming of this life that she wishes she had, but she could be talking to this person about her ideas, and maybe they could come together and make something happen. Okay, it's all about the choices that you make. And anytime an opportunity comes up, the universe is saying the time is now to act. So no more procrastination. If you'd like to watch a video about procrastination, I just put one up a few videos ago. I think that will definitely shine some light on where you can go next after this. Okay, they're showing me this death card again, mortality, and saying you just have this one life to live. Okay, treat your body healthy so you can live for a real long time, and remember your why. Remember why you're here. Think about the people who will be affected if you are not here anymore. And a huge burst of thunder just rumbled through the sky. So I feel like that's a confirmation that if you want to feel loved and happy, it needs to come from within your heart. You need to have an explosion of self-love to gain this self-belief. And the universe is saying it's possible for you to have this unshakable self-belief, but you just have to keep trying. And it's cool that I noticed the sun in the beginning with the rays, with the shining. We also got another sun here in this reading. So let the sun come out in your life and don't be so caught up in the rain and the darkness. When something comes that it's not working out the way that you hoped, okay, try to see all the goodness coming from it, or if there's any other possible way to make this work out. When we are at our lowest point and we need something, people often pray. So ask the universe for answers, for opportunities, and just take whatever comes your way. That is your message, pile one. I really hope that this helped you out with your self-belief and love and light. All right, pile two, you are heal and shine. And this card talks about when you see someone having a bad day, you are able to say something or do something to brighten up their day. And that's absolutely beautiful. And the universe wants you to see that. That is part of your self-worth. That is a skill that not everyone chooses to have. So that is a focus for this. Also, the crystals, crystal healing, if you're working with crystals, or maybe your job, you use crystals in it, that is a confirmation. But also that inside of you, that your heart is that gem that allows people to heal and shine. And I feel like you kind of know this already, but you're still lacking this self-belief. But the universe is saying to focus on the times when you actually helped someone. For example, like if you're at the store and you grab a object off the high shelf for someone, okay, that makes their day. And to you, it might just be like, oh, that's not a big deal. I can do that. It's easy. But to them, you went out of your way and you saw that they needed something. And that is a form of love that doesn't cost a thing. Okay. And the universe is saying that your belief in yourself and your self-worth also doesn't cost a thing. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Do not drink poison. Do not do things you know are bad for you. So this is a self-sabotaging card. So it's possible that whenever you do these nice things for people, but then there's like this negative voice in your head. Maybe it's saying that you don't have the time. Maybe it's saying, I think that's what it is. I'm seeing this time stamp here. I mean, this time hourglass and the time clock here. It seems like maybe you are people pleasing. Maybe you are over helping people, and you don't have time for yourself or time to do the things that you want to do. It definitely seems like you are a helper and a healer, and you're just, the takers are taking too much from the giver. We have lead the way, be a leader, show others how it's done. You can help others. And I'm getting this burden feeling when I look at this card. Like, she is like, here, yes, I'll help you. And all these people flock to her, but she's not coming from a solid foundation. She doesn't have her own back first and then help other people. She's exhausted because she's constantly helping everyone else and not helping herself. And I feel like there's this, along with this drink the poison here, it's like you're not tending to your own needs first so you can help other people. And that is all part of being a healer, is setting boundaries. I feel like this card here is going to talk about setting boundaries. It's saying lead the way and be the leader and show others how it's done. But really it's like you saying, like, this is what I'm willing to do, and I'm not willing to do anything more than that. You're going to have to find somebody else. Or you're going to have to do it yourself. I have this to do, I have this to do, I have that to do every day, and I'm willing to help you with this thing, but I can't help you with the rest of it. I feel like that's what the card is saying here. All right, it's saying we're all mad here. Everyone is a little different. Some people have skills in certain areas that other people don't. And maybe you have skills in a really unique area, or an area where people really need a lot of your help, and it's just tiring you out. But what you need to realize is that there's other people out there that can help them too. It doesn't have to just be you. I'm also getting the message to make sure that you're compensated for all the work that you're doing, and you're not just putting your energy out there and not getting anything in return. I feel like you're like exhausted. You're looking for love elsewhere. You're giving love to all these people, but you're not giving it to yourself. Okay, we have set your own course. Know where you wish to go, have a plan and the right direction. And when I look at this girl's face, it seems like she's like hesitant or worried that it's not going to work out. Maybe she's worried that if she puts her boundaries up and says, I can only help you with this, I can't help you with this anymore, that person is not going to want to be her friend, or these people are not going to come to her. But the truth is that the people that are willing to compensate you for your work will come through. Okay, I'm seeing that you need to set your own course. Oh, it says it right there. Set your own course. Lead the way. Both these cards are saying that you have the power to decide what you allow into your life and what you don't. Okay, we have shark. Swim away from this situation. So I definitely feel like this is a confirmation that all this people-pleasing behavior that you're exhibiting needs to be gone. You need to stop trying to please everyone in hopes that it will keep the peace, because it's inside of you. There's no peace. It might be on the outside, but on the inside there's no peace. And this is, in this deck, this is the only card that speaks of this kind of rejection or walking away. There's one that has a tree on fire, but that's different. That's like burning away. This is not good for you. You need to stay away. Okay, we have make the change. All right, make the change. She's changing her appearance by cutting her hair, but it doesn't have to be like that. It has to be, well, for you, it's saying to choose which actions, in which way you're going to help others, and in which way you're going to stop and help yourself. And I'm getting the message that if you want to help someone, but you just can't, then maybe you can come up with some way of requesting a different person that can do it. bringing up a name and saying, hey, maybe you should go talk to so-and-so about that. I bet that they can help you. Okay, and we have flower. Be honest with yourself. Okay, we're setting boundaries here. So be honest with what you can handle and with what you can't handle. And I must say, when I started my healing journey, I was plagued with a lot of depression and anxiety, and it really blocked my view of what I thought was possible for me. But I had to get honest with myself. I had to write down all my beliefs and question them and say, is this actually true, or is there another way of doing things? And the universe is showing me this card again, and they're saying that once you get past these limiting beliefs, your self-belief is going to skyrocket. Okay, I feel like you are limiting yourself, limiting your beliefs of yourself based on what other people think of you, based on your work ethic, how much you can get done in a day. But it's not about that. It's about making sure that you've got your back. Okay, it's kind of cool. This girl here kind of looks like this one in a way. All right, so whatever situation, maybe you're trying to push something and push it and push it and push it, and it's just not going anywhere. Okay, it's time to question that. Take a look in the mirror and decide if this is really what's best for you, or if you're just doing this because you feel like there's no other option. Make sure that you're questioning yourself. And just based on this card here, where it says swim away from the situation, it's extremely likely that whatever you're doing is not for your highest good. So I feel like once we get past this stress, we can. And they're bringing me back to this card again and saying, make sure that you continue showing love and showing yourself love and helping others. When you, again, that idea of when you see someone at the grocery store that needs a helping hand, then you just do it. You just help them. As long as you don't have 30 things in your hand, and you could even put them all down and still help them. You get to decide on what level. And the universe is saying that people don't remember you by what you say. They remember you by how you acted or how you made them feel. So that is very highlighted at this time. I want to pull one more card. I'm going to use this Hero's Journey Dream Oracle and see what they have to say. Okay, we have Divine Discernment. Step back and find clarity. Yes, that is just a confirmation. I feel like I talked about that the entire time, about how you're not realizing that you're burning yourself out trying to help everybody. And that if you take a step back and you help yourself, you'll actually have more energy to get where you want to go. And I'm seeing the light here. It's shining out of this person's heart chakra. So follow your heart. It will lead the way. All right, love and light, pile 2. Thank you for listening to this reading. Hello, pile 3. You have Nature Gems as your card. And in the deck, the Nature Gems stand for like the signs. So if you scry using the clouds, if you see shapes in the clouds, if you use animals as signs, maybe I'm seeing in my head a bird with a worm in its mouth. If you see that, it means that abundance is coming your way. When I was reading the little passage of the card to make sure I was on point, the example that they gave is that the leaf falls in just the perfect way to create an illusion. And that actually just reminded me of when I was sitting in line waiting to pick up my son. I saw like these branches in this grass, and it looked like a bird against the fence, and I thought there was a bird just sitting there and still, like sleeping or something. And when I pulled forward a little more, I realized it was just some grass and some sticks. Okay, so that illusion, the universe is going to give you those signs, so pay attention. Okay. I'm also getting that since this reading is about self-belief, I'm getting that it might just be an illusion to start with. This version of yourself you want to be, it's going to start out as an illusion, but then when you keep taking the action to get there, you're actually going to see how it's all playing out for your highest good. And sometimes we have to go through the tough times, to realize our worth or realize what we really want. So I'm going to take all these Alice the Wonderland cards out here really quick. And then we'll get on to the other ones. So we have use your time well, service to the animal world, forget who you are, all must have prizes, and falling. So I want to put these two next to each other. With the nature gems here and the rabbit, messages for a rabbit, service to the animal world. And look at this, we have like 1, 2, 3, 4 different animals. So I'd say that's a sign that you need to be looking to the animals that you see around you each day for a lesson, for the information. So if you see an animal, maybe you see it right now, or maybe you see it within the next hour or something, Google it up and see if the meaning, the spiritual meaning, so cardinal spiritual meaning, spirit animal meaning, or whatever, it'll come up and tell you its strengths or its ways, and you might have a lesson in there, or the universe might be just giving you a confirmation to stay strong. You never know, or saying that you're protected. Okay, it's saying use your time well, make every moment count. And I feel like you feel like there's never enough time, but the we're talking about self-belief here. So, but the truth is that you have control over your actions and what you do each day. So if you are taking too much time surfing the internet, or I'm not sure what else, procrastinating somehow, it's going to feel like you don't have enough time. So they're saying to schedule your day out better. They're also giving me that sometimes things only take 5 minutes. If it takes less than 5 minutes, take the time to do it. Okay, don't put it off until later. And I learned this kind of when I was trying to get my schedule figured out. I set alarms for the times that I'm doing things, the times I need to do things. And so on Monday, every single Monday, I do the laundry. And so for the rest of the week, I don't have to worry about it. But every single day when Monday comes along, I'm throwing the laundry in there. Sometimes I fall off. This whole week and maybe last week, I was doing laundry on Thursdays. And it was making me feel like I wasn't getting what I needed to get done. So there's like this level of self-control that is coming into play here. And here we have forget who you are, conditioning falls away, memory no longer defines you. So however you were in the past, you don't have to keep holding on to that. You worked with what you had. You worked with the beliefs that you learned from your parents or from your teachers or from other students, and that's where you're getting your information from. But when it comes to a true self-belief, the truth has to come from inside of your heart. And first you must allow that conditioning to fall away and choose to believe that your heart knows what's possible and not the other people around you who have decided that they know better than you. We have falling. This is the surrender card. In the tarot, it is the Hanged Man. Okay, so yes, you're going to be going into the unknown. Okay, and the universe is saying that they're going to be showing you the signs. They're going to be showing you the signs with animals, with clouds, with nature. Even a piece of paper, you might see a saying on there, or when you're on your phone, you might see a quote that really resonates with you. The universe is saying that they're sending you the signs to help you build up this confidence. And it could also be, maybe you want to get a pet really bad, and you'll learn how to take care of another soul that way. and manage your time correctly. And you know, animals don't judge you. Animals love you for who you are, and that's a beautiful thing. And if you can mirror that and just love others for who they are, it's a much lighter feeling in your heart. And that's what this surrendering here is talking about. Change is going to happen. If you want to gain self-belief in yourself, you're going to have to let go of the negative beliefs that you have and try to look through the rose-colored glasses, even when it seems like it's not a good idea. Battering yourself into not believing in yourself is not a good idea either. So I'm definitely feeling like you need to be your own mom. You need to be your own dad. You need to have a parenting energy for your inner child and say, this is what we need to get done because this is what's important to us. And getting this done is going to take care of me and take care of my family. And even if I don't see the results right now, it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen in the future. So again, keep following those signs. It could just be a matter of perfect timing. I'm also seeing, this is the people-pleasing card right here. It literally says, trying to please everyone, all must have prizes. And in all three piles, the self-belief of this self-belief reading, they have all had the people-pleasing energy in them, like trying to help others too much and then not helping yourself. And it just seems like, you know, she's holding salt. So maybe you're rubbing salt on your wound. You know what I mean? Maybe you're just making it worse for yourself. I want to say I already said that in this reading. Your negative thinking is just making it worse. I'm also getting the message that you've already done some healing. Okay, and maybe you've fallen back into your old ways of being, and I think spending time in nature is going to remind you. Okay, she's like really close up and it looks really sad here, but in the background there's like mountains and a river and a beautiful serene landscape. So maybe you're just too close to the situation. Maybe if you try to see the bigger perspective of what's possible, you might have a different result, or you might have a different passion that comes up inside of you. Let's see what these cards have to say. Okay, Lioness, you've earned all of your stripes. Okay, so that is the universe saying that you've already healed, you've already done a lot of work. You know, maybe you're at a place that you didn't even believe was possible, and you're actually there. Okay, we have Witch. Justice is coming. Okay, so everything that you've been working towards right now, it's going to happen. And also the stars, you can manifest every wish. And when I get this card, it's sharing your knowledge. Okay, you are connected to the universe with this universal wisdom. You can share your knowledge with other open-minded people. You can share your knowledge in the ways of a book, any way that you choose to. And this card here with the Witch, I feel like she's going into her closet to get that tool that she needs to get the job done. You know, that you are going to have this closet full of whatever you might need to fight any battle that comes your way. And the self-belief, I feel like that's they're showing me the sword here, but that's the last straw. That's the last thing that you need to complete this is your self-belief. It's going to be like this passion that moves you forward. They're showing me this because of all the orange here. That's where you get your creative energy, your passionate energies from your orange sacral chakra. And this card is saying to forget who you were. Okay, your memory no longer defines you. Who you were in the past no longer defines who you're going to become in the future. All right, and we have books in 2 different spots here, so I definitely feel like you could be doing some reading right now, or there's a book that you feel like you need to read, the universe is saying that is a sign, okay? Remember, this is saying, the universe is saying that they're showing you the signs. You just must keep listening. I definitely feel like you are going to change the world someday, or your perspective is going to make a huge difference. I'm seeing this plant here, and it looks like these leaves are finishing off this plant. So it could be that you are growing this here, and something out of a whole nother sector is going to come in and complete the picture for you, and you don't even realize it. It could be this future version of yourself, or another person that you speak to that recognizes that your idea has a value to it. I just want to pull from this deck here. This is the Hero's Journey Oracle, and see if they have any confirmations for us about this path. Okay, any card would be nice. All right, we have the Reward. Celebrate your magnificence. So I feel like this self-belief is going to come when you realize how far you've actually come. Like where you started at and where you are now. And realize that you have done so much, you've battled so hard, and you can still keep going. You can still keep fighting. But you choose what battle you're going to fight this time. Okay? And you have everything you need in your closet. There's a word that they keep saying, but I just can't. Arsenal. That's the word. You have all of the tools in your arsenal. All right, so love and light, pile 3. I hope that this reading helped you with some self-belief issues that you're having. If you are interested in a one-on-one reading, check out my TikTok. I'm doing one-on-one readings, replying to people's questions as videos, and it's all free. Okay, so love and light.